Hey everybody, Marcos Villegas here post-fight with Keith Thurman, who beat Leonard Bundu here tonight at the MGM Grand. Keith, you fought, I thought you showed something, a different dimension of your fight game, and you boxed. People always want the knockouts from you, but you boxed, and you told me earlier in the week that you kind of felt in the way this was like an Olympic match for you because you never went to the Olympics, and he's an Olympian. Coming into the fight, did you want to show that dynamic, or whatever happened in the fight just happened because that's the way things happen?
Well, in reality, man, we watched tape, and I knew he was going to be a hard, tough opponent to stop. Everyone kept saying how tough he is. I mean, he had to be tough. How else is he 40 years old and undefeated? You know, he's intelligent when it comes to the sport. That's another reason why he was undefeated. And he's awkward, which I think is another reason why he was undefeated. So he had a lot of aspects to his game, but he didn't have enough to beat Keith one-time Thurman. For the most part, man, I wanted to utilize my jab, like Dan said. We worked on switching southpaw because we knew that he was going to switch southpaw. And from the southpaw stance, I can utilize my right jab over the left jab, and it'd be a different alleyway, different angle. And the first round, we dropped him. So, you know, you got to see the one-time power. Maybe I could have pressed up for an early knockout, but I was ready for a long fight. I didn't want to go out there and throw a whole lot of bombs, and then for some reason, he's still standing around and have a difficult fight later on, man. It was a great learning experience. I got to brush off the dust from an 8-month layoff. I did feel just a little rusty. I felt like I could have let my hands go a little bit more. I could have been on the inside a little bit more, but when I was going on the inside, we were clashing heads. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot of bumps and bruises, most of them 4 or 5 headbutts. And maybe I could have adjusted and got on the inside in a different way. I could have made a different adjustment to get on the inside and get to his body. He had a real tight defense, and we just did what we needed to do, man. We boxed tonight, and it was a great performance.
You know, those in the arena watching the fight weren't very happy, I guess, because of the lull in action. What'd you make to their reaction? Because usually when you fight, they don't boo, and tonight they booed.
You know, they're having beers. They came to be entertained, but it's the sport of boxing, man. I had to do what I needed to do. Me and my team, we were prepared. We were winning every single round. Dan said, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. You know, so I listen to my corner. I don't listen to the boos. At the end of the day, there was still some oohs and ahs, and there was plenty of cheers, man. There's mixed opinions in the crowd tonight. But you're going to get that, man. The controversy comes with the sport of boxing. At the end of the day, I'm still an undefeated champion. I'm still one of the most exciting fighters in the welterweight division, and I'm still a threat to anybody in the top 10.
It's a very hot division right now. You stated in your win, you won Mayweather during the week. You stated that you want the winner of Alexander and Khan, and then right. Maidana as well. After the fight, you said, hey, let's do it. Do you feel the way you fought here tonight, out of those matchups, because of the type of performance you had, it kind of hurt your push for a Mayweather fight?
A lot of people would believe so, and I don't really care, man. At the end of the day, I'm still undefeated. I'm still in the top 10. I'm 26 years old, and we're moving up one step at a time. We got a learning experience tonight. We got another 12 rounds under my belt. You know, I don't get to do that very often. So it felt good to do that, to perform, to win every single round. It's the second time I went 12 rounds and won every single round. So, like I said, man, I'm a boxer puncher. I have different things in my arsenal. I am going to get back into camp quicker. I'm not going to have as big of a layoff. And hopefully, you know, we're going to work on moving forward, throwing more power punches, having better spurts, and hopefully do what we normally do, which is get those knockouts, man. We got a knockdown. We just didn't get a knockout. At the end of the day, it was a good night of boxing.
So now do you push for the winner of this fight, this main event against Khan and Alexander, or do you push for a matchup with Chino Maidana?
At the end of the day, man, you can only get one of the two. So we're going to have to sit down with Al Heyman and discuss what's in my future. My seat, after I was done with my bout and I was watching a little bit of the Khan fight, Maidana was right there. He said, let's go. So hopefully that is something that can be very likely next year.
That's going to be a great fight if it does happen. You finally got your Olympic match, so congratulations. Keith Thurman winning here today at the MGM Grand and putting a really good boxing clinic against a very tough veteran, Leonard Bundu.